Right, good morning. Yesterday's video about the scope. I've replied to all the comments, and I have said many times about the scope. It's for really a PCP, not any other sort of rifle like a break barrel or rimfire or anything like that. But after saying that, I've just been looking at an American shooter, and he's got quite a similar scope. He paid $30 for it, and I don't know, a Cliff 3x9x40, and he's shooting off high-powered rimfire rifles, and it's keeping it zero for $30. So it's possible that the scope I shot yesterday could also do the same. You know, I mean, okay, a break barrel, you got that spring, and they soon knock scopes out. But anybody who's got a break barrel, it's worth trying. I mean, what can you lose? You can only lose £24. You know, and you might be surprised. It might be a very good scope for a break barrel. I mean, if this guy in America is shooting off, I forgot what he said now, high-powered anyway rifle, for $30, you know, a scope for $30, and it's holding up its zero. It's possible that this T-Eagle could do the same. But as for my video, it's just for PCP rifles, you know what I mean? If I was young enough and had a Springer, which I did have the other week, I had a Springer, but I sent it back, I would certainly put it on it and try it. I mean, because I can't lose nothing by it. I mean, okay, £24 is really nothing, you know. To some people it's a lot of money, but it's well worth the try. And as for a rimfire, well, I haven't got one. Gareth, he says I think he said he's got a rimfire, and he did make a comment today. Where is it? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, Gareth, I think it's only good for PCB, but trying it on either rifle. Oh no, that's my reply to him. Dear. Might be okay, the power of an air rifle, but the kick of a centre fire is more likely to throw to zero. It's cheap for a reason. True and untrue, really. I mean, some of these companies, they do make good scopes for very little money. But as I say, I don't know whether Gareth has got a centre fire, but for £24, what can you lose? You know, it's well worth trying. And if I had one, I would try, you know. Today I'm going to test it out again to see if it's kept its zero overnight. It should do. I mean, I can't see why it shouldn't. So that's what I'll be doing today, okay? So until I get outside, I'll see you later. Bye. Right, good morning. I'm with the MPO3 and this T-Eagle scope, and I just want to see if I can copy what I did yesterday on the target. Okay, so I've got the same sort of target down now, and as I say, I just want to see if I can copy it. I'm using the same pellets, the 18s, Barracuda 18s. So I haven't got no bottom camera, I'm just using this camera. I'm just hoping that it's going to be okay. So I'm going to go for the white paper first. I'll try and go for the white paper and the target where it's joined. Bit of a chilly wind at the moment. Right, okay, so where it's joined, just below that number 1. Oh. When the wind stops flapping it about. Oh, safety. Well, that's almost on that join. So, okay, so I take that as still on 0. So I'm going to go for the bullseye. And let's knock that dot out. So I'd imagine it's kept on 0. Now, yesterday what I didn't say was I'm only testing this in for PCP. Now, I have replied to everybody. If anybody's got a brake barrel or a rimfire, it's well worth trying it out on that. Because what can you lose? You can only lose 24 quid if it knocks the scope out. But as for a PCP, and that's 2 in the same hole on the bullseye. So now I'm going to go for the numbers. I was going to put beads up, but it's pointless really, because if I can hit those numbers, I can certainly hit the beads, you know what I mean? So we go for number 1. I'm just copying what I did yesterday. So it's 1, 2 and 3. And I do like these Barracuda 18s. I might even try the 15s and see what's the difference, because these are 18 grain. Yeah, these are 18 grain, and the Barracuda 15s are 15.89. So we're on number 6 now. Once again, that's a nice straight line. So yesterday I took number 4 bottom. Was it number 4? Yeah, number 4 bottom for a group shot. So now I'm going to go for that pellet hole. This is the same thing I did yesterday. And my nose is running like a good one. Right, okay, number 4 pellet hole. It's just a little bit above, but we're taking a group shot, so it makes no difference. going in that same pellet hole. Now I'm not quite sure how many pellets, I didn't count, but I'm trying to take 10. We've got to be at least 8, I think, at the moment. So this is 9, I think. Might be even more, I don't know. This is only going to be a short video. Okay, so that's 10. And now we'll go for a number 1, what I done yesterday. I know, I went back to the bullseye, didn't I? Now the number 1. So it's 2. It's 3. It's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. That's 9. So this will make 10. That's 10. I think when I done this with the Beeman, not the Beeman, the BSA, I went through with 13 shots. So that's 11. That's 12. Now if I get this one, that'll match the BSA. That's 13. Right. That's 14. Okay, so let's beaten the BSA. And we'll go for another bullseye. And we'll take a different number to the right hand side. What number shall we have? Number 4. The only trouble is with these Barracuda 18s, there's only 200 in the tin. So that's 2. That's 3. We're 11 minutes in at the moment. That's 4. That's 5. Does that go in? Yeah, 5. That's 6. That's 7. Don't forget this is an unregulated gun. That's 8. That's 9. That's 10. That's 11. That's 12. Be mad if that camera's not picking it up. That's 13. That's 14. That's 15. We'll take it to 20. Okay, I'll split that paper. So that was 16 shots. Go for another bullseye. That's, what's that, 4 in that bullseye, isn't it, I think? Okay, so we'll go for the pedal on that number 5. Well, that made it split up a bit. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. So this is going to be the last shot. So it'll be about 15 minutes, I suppose. Bullseye again. Okay. That'd be a good rating scope for anybody. But yeah, I mean, I think if I had a break barrel and a rimfire, I would certainly try this scope out, because I watched that American program and he bought a scope for $30. So that's, I don't know, similar to 24, isn't it? £24. And he was shooting a high-powered rimfire, and that stood up to the 0. So we go for that number 6, just here. Yeah, it's spot on, yo. You can't ask for much more than that. In fact, I think, I mean, I like the Zulus. That's a tremendous scope. But I don't think I've ever done the Zulus quite like this before. But as you can see, the rifle, the scope, the pellets are in tune with each other, and it's absolutely spot on. I'll go for number 4. Absolutely spot on. So I was thinking about buying a Zulus to put on this MP03, but the way this is shooting with this scope, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave this scope on just for this rifle. Now I could do the square box on the turrets, you know, 5 left, 5 right and stuff like that, and come back to 0. But I'm not going to do that because I've got the 0 absolutely perfect. And sometimes when you start doing things like that, although it might go back to 0, it might not go back to the way it's shooting, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to even bother with that. Number 4, isn't it? Look at that, straight in that pellet hole. And as I say, this is an unregulated rifle. I don't know how many shots I've taken. But it's certainly not dropping off. And at the moment, this number 4, what I'm shooting at now, is the smallest group out of all of them. Yeah, it's still going through the same one. Yeah, I mean, even high-end rifles won't do this. Not, well, it will, but I mean, so really, when you think about this rifle, less than £400 with the scope, and you're getting results like that. I've lost count how many shots have gone through that number 4 now. But that is a really small hole. And I'm almost out of pellets now on these 18s. The only trouble is, although this is working for me, it may not work for you. You know, you can never tell. There is such a small group, although the holes are getting a little bit wider, it's still small. sure now how many pellets have gone through that. But it seems like you can keep this up all day long. I reckon you get a tin of pellets through that hole. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, not many pellets left now. Yeah, just keep on going through, yeah. I'm going to make this the last one, I think, because now it's 22 minutes. Right, so I'm going to make that the last one. I'm going to go for the bullseye again. Oh dear me, that's straight through that same hole. Right, let's go and get that target. I'll stop the video here. I'm just hoping that this little camera I got on this scope is going to pick all that up. Otherwise it'd be a complete waste of time shooting. Right, okay, so this is the target. Oh dear. The paper's got a bit damp in the air, you can see how floppy it is. But once again, look how straight that line is. Right? And look at the ball. It's still got the white circle around it. I don't know how many shots went in the ball. The groups, I think that one had, was it 14 or 15? Forget how many that had. But this one here, look how small those groups are. You know. But once again, how that shot that straight line, it's actually the same as yesterday. Right, the Krell MPO3, the Eagle scope with the Barracuda 18s are certainly a good match. They're tuned with each other, you know, they're in tune with each other. You can't ask for much more than that. Oh, and that shot I did on the line there, see it? In between the two bits of paper. That was that first shot. But that bullseye, that's amazing. You know, if I push the paper back, you can see the white spot. See the white spot? Look how sweet. Look how sweet that little hole is, and you still got the round circle of that ball, and all them pellets went inside it. Now I don't think I've ever done that with a Zulus, and a Zulus is what, 500 and nearly 600 pounds, and this is $23.99. Oh shit, yo. What can you say? Now, what I did do, because it was a cheap scope, when I first mounted it on this rifle, I put my zero mounts on. You know, you undo that, and that's good, and you can seesaw it, yeah. But what I did do, I put a 1.5mm space on this back part, so I raised that back part up 1.5 mil, only because I thought, because it's cheap, I'm going to run out of elevation. So by doing that, you can see I didn't run out of elevation when zeroed it in. But it's possible if you fit that onto your rifle, you could possibly run out of elevation, upwards or downwards, one of the two. And that's why I fitted these, my non-zero scope, zero mounts on, and that's what I made. Remember, I showed you all how to make them. Yeah, I just raised it up by 1.5 mil. You know. Yeah, after seeing this, well, both of these, that was yesterday's, and that's today's. And even yesterday's, you still got the white circle around the ball, and you got a straight line, and you got these groups here. Yeah, yesterday the number 1 group is much smaller than I got today, but I've done more groups. The group size has opened up a bit, but you know, you can't complain of that because there's so many shots come through it, and the paper's damp. Yes, see, the paper's not damp. That still dry as a bone, but this paper is damp in the air. You know what I mean? So of course it's going to split. Yeah, I think now this MPO3 with this scope and the pellets of Barracuda 18s is so finely tuned that it's absolutely so accurate, it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? I've got a reticle colour as well. I don't know, I've turned the camera off. Yeah, I've got a red, green and of course the black. I forgot all about that, and that came with the battery as well. Oh, did it? No, it didn't. It didn't come with the battery, but it did. The scope did come with mounts. Yeah, it came with mounts. I didn't use them. I thought I'd keep them for spare. But really, this, I could have adjusted my cheek piece. I forgot about that because the scope was a little bit too low. Oh, yeah, now it's okay. But even with the cheek piece high, yeah, that's much better. Even with the cheek piece high, I was still able to get those shots. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it's 30 minutes. I'm going to say I'm finished. If you enjoyed the video, give the thumbs up, leave your comments, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.